And he cried, and 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders uttered their voices, I was about to write. And I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders utter, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hands to heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. Now, so the basis is that last verse I just read you. That this 7th angel, this Lamb, remember, he received power, right? Why? Because he prevailed to open the book. And he kept the works to the end. To him will I give power to rule the nations, right? Remember we just read that. So what happened when he spoke as a lion roared? Let me back up a minute. When a lion roared, I grew up watching National Geographic and documentaries. I love those kind of things. Did you know that when a lion roars, you can hear it for 5 miles? The lion is also known as the king of the jungle. We all know that. The point I'm making is this. The point is this. The physical creature, a lion, when he roars in the jungle, everybody hears it. When he roars, oh, you heard it, right? Because 5 miles covers his territory and your territory, right? Okay, now remember this little baby, when he speaks, he gonna sound like a lion. Okay, so before the Revelator told you that when he spake as a lion, when the lion roared. Okay, big deal, Mr. Revelator. Well, you understand why it's compared to a lion roaring, because when this little baby speaks, he says, time up. The time that you know, you shall know no more. No more time. This is the end. This is the judgment. Oh, that's a lion roaring. Everybody on earth gonna hear that. Oh my, this is the judgment? Oh, the wicked about to be destroyed? Oh, that's pretty heavy. That's pretty deep. That's pretty scary. That's a roar. When this little child speaks, he speaks as a lion when it roars, and now we know why. Because when this little baby speaks, he says, time up. And he was given power. So now we understand why it says he spoke as a lion when it roared. Meaning he's scaring people. Because he's presiding over the judgment. He spoke as a lion, putting fear on the people of the earth, because the 7th angel, the Lamb, is presiding over the judgment. The general layman's notion is that at the end of the world, God is going to judge the world. Am I correct? Right? Right. But listen, what did Jesus say in the book of Matthew? The Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son. Maybe I need to quote that pristinely. I know I got it. Let's see. Now, it's the book of John, the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse. For the Father judges no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son. So Jesus told you at the end of the world, it's not going to be God that judges you. It's going to be his Son. Right? According to the book. And now we read about this little baby, this little boy here, or this man-child, with this book, reading this book, and roaring like a lion and saying, time up. Now, if we go to Revelation, the 10th chapter, the 7th verse, it reads, but in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he declared to his servants, the prophets. Excuse me. I do apologize. I haven't. Now, start again. It says, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, this is the Revelation 10th chapter, the 7th verse, the mystery of God should be finished, as he declareth to his servants, the prophets. Now, I gotta say this before I get back into it, just add a little levity to what we're talking about. I was listening to Rakim, the rapper. You know, on his latest albums, he wrote one, Who is God? I'm driving, put some rock, I'm just keeping it 100. I listen to a little rap, I listen to Rakim. So I'm driving along, Who is God? So you got Rakim Allah talking about, talking things that he talking about. And Rakim on a verse says, I don't know the rhyme, but he says that in the days to be known, when the seventh angel sound, the mystery of God is going to be finished, the world renowned, something like that. He just dropped a lyric in there, right? And I said, when the seventh angel sound, the mystery of God will be finished. Somebody reading that says this in the world. That was a verse of scripture I really wasn't at the time reading, but I listened to Rakim rap. He talked about when the seventh angel appeared, it's basically over. The mystery of God is done. He put it in a rhyme, which was tight. So I went to the book and found it. And now I'm sharing my study with you. Now this is where it gets real serious. Actually, it is serious. But I need you to pay attention here, because I'm about to really start talking to you and putting things in perspective. I've been talking to you, but we're going deeper. Right? I mean, if you can imagine, this to me is already deep, but it's going deep. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he had declared to his servants, the prophets. The mystery of God should be finished. Well, what's the mystery of God? Who is God? Our Elijah Muhammad told us that the black man is God. Every time you look at the black man, you are looking at God. The black man, the black woman are the mothers and fathers of everybody on planet Earth. Our history is the most ancient. Matter of fact, you can't find no beginning to it. Right? So we know who the gods of the earth are. Yet, the Revelator says that the mystery of God should be finished. Well, what's the mystery of God that should be finished? In Mecca, Arabia, Muslims partake in a ritual called the Hajj. At this ritual, there is a cube in Mecca. And inside of this cube, well, actually at one of the corner posts of the cube, one of the pillars of the cube, there's a black stone. And what happens during this ritual? The pilgrims make 7 circles around the cube, and they kiss it and say, at your service. And if they're not close enough to kiss the stone, they blow a kiss at it and say, at your service. That's a ritual that the Muslims partake of in the Hajj, or the pilgrimage. Now, the stone, or the cube in Mecca, the stone is veiled. It's under a covering. It's veiled. Okay? Now, the book says that when the 7th angel shall sound, the mystery of God should be finished. This means that the veil will be lifted. The veil covering God, or this God in the end, shall be lifted. Listen. The word revelation means unveiling. That's what the word actually means, to unveil. It means unveiling. Now, if you remember that, if we go back to the book of Revelation at the 5th chapter and the 1st verse, let's go back to him that sat on that throne. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. The Bible is a book of books. The Bible has 66 different books in it. The prophet Isaiah never met Jesus. He never met Habakkuk. Daniel didn't meet Moses. So these are different books, independent of themselves. The Bible is a compilation of the books of God. The book of Revelation says that he that sat on the throne had a book sealed with 7 seals. So he that sat on the throne had the book of Revelation in his hand. Right? You will notice today that if you go to any church in this country or this city, and you go from now to doomsday, you would hardly ever hear them teaching you on the book of Revelation. You will not go to church and sit there for 2 or 3 hours listening to a man teach you the book of Revelation. He's going to be in the book of Paul. He's going to be everywhere else, but they don't touch the book of Revelation. It's deep. It's encrypted. There's a lot of symbolism there. They don't understand it. Basically, this is called for what it is. There's a few things in there you can make out, 666 and something like that. But the whole of the book is just wild, right? It says, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. So this person that sat on the throne had a book in his hand. That the only book in the Bible that's sealed with 7, they didn't even talk about the 7 seals, is the book of Revelation. So he that sat on the throne had the book of Revelation in his hand. Revelation is a book that we know, not we have been told this, we grew up. We know that the book of Revelation, who can open it? Who is able to open the book of Revelation? Who is worthy to open the book of Revelation? Right? The Lamb that was slain, one of the dead, a black man in America, was able, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, one of these people are going to be able to open this book and to loose the 7 seals. Now, we know that the prophet Isaiah wrote the book of Isaiah, prophet Habakkuk, Ezekiel, Daniel, right? The book of Revelation. Now, it says that this book was in the hand of he that sat on the throne. Right? Now, who sits on thrones? Kings, rulers, God. Right? I saw in the hand of him that sat on the throne a book sealed with 7 seals. The God of this world, or the God that brought this world into existence, that the white man is presiding over, that God name is Yaqub. He made the white man. He made the devil and gave the devil 6,000 years to rule. So the wisdom or God that's been ruling for the last 6,000 years, his name is Yah. He died when he was 150 years old. But his world, his idea, what he wanted done, his will has been here for 6,000 years. So theologically we say that the God of this world is Yaqub. Do you understand? Now, the book says that I saw in the hand of him that sat on the throne a book written, sealed with 7 seals. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that John the Revelator did not write the book of Revelation. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that Yaqub wrote the book of Revelation. And if you read the book of Revelation, it was written on the Isle of Patmos in the Aegean Sea. That's where Yaqub was, making the white man. He took 60,000 of his followers, they went to Patmos, and they began that grafting of the white man. So we know, we are taught that Yaqub is the writer of the book of Revelation. So that book, the man